The air was thick with the scent of pine and impending rain that fateful evening in the sleepy suburb of Willowbrook, Illinois, a place where American flags fluttered on porches and backyard barbecues were a weekend staple. But on August 14, 2019, what started as a casual hangout between two lifelong best friends ended in a blood-soaked nightmare that would haunt the Midwest for years. Imagine discovering that the person who knew your every secret, who stood by you through high school heartbreaks and college dreams, was the one wielding the knife that ended it all. This isn't just a story of murder, it's a chilling dive into the darkest corners of betrayal, where jealousy festers like an unseen wound until it explodes. If tales like this grip you, hit that subscribe button now for more true crime deep dives that peel back the layers of human darkness, because you won't want to miss what's behind closed doors. Willowbrook, a quintessential American town of about 8,000 residents in DuPage County, just outside Chicago, embodied the suburban dream: manicured lawns, community festivals, and a sense of security that made it feel like nothing bad could happen. It was here, amid the hum of cicadas and the glow of streetlights, that 22-year-old Emily Hayes and her best friend, Jordan Riley, had built a bond that seemed unbreakable. Emily, with her bright blue eyes and infectious optimism, was the heart of any gathering. Born to a middle-class family, her father a high school teacher, her mother a nurse at the local hospital, Emily had always been the achiever. She graduated top of her class from Willowbrook High, earned a scholarship to the University of Illinois, and was on track to become a social worker, driven by her empathy for those less fortunate. Friends and neighbors alike admired her. She volunteered at food banks, helped organize charity runs, and was the first to offer a shoulder during tough times. Her background drew empathy. She'd lost her grandmother to cancer young, channeling that grief into helping others. Jordan, on the other hand, carried the weight of a more turbulent life. At 22, she worked as a barista at a local coffee shop, her dreams of art school derailed by financial woes. Her parents' messy divorce when she was 12 left her bouncing between homes, fostering a deep-seated insecurity. Emily was her anchor, the one who pulled her through depressive episodes and celebrated small victories. Their friendship, forged in elementary school playgrounds, had weathered everything: first loves, family dramas, even a brief fallout over a boy in junior high. To the community, they were inseparable, spotted at Willowbrook's annual 4th of July parade, hiking the nearby trails, or binge-watching true crime docs on Netflix, ironically enough. No one could fathom the storm brewing beneath Jordan's quiet exterior, a cocktail of admiration twisted into envy as Emily's life seemed to soar while hers stalled. The seeds of discord had been sown subtly over the years, but they took root in the months leading up to that August night. Emily had just landed an internship at a Chicago nonprofit, her relationship with boyfriend Alex blooming into talks of engagement. Jordan, meanwhile, grappled with rejection, her art portfolio dismissed by galleries, her on-again off-again romance fizzling. In her journal, later pivotal in the case, Jordan scrawled entries like, "Why does she get the fairy tale? I'm always in her shadow." Psychologically, this mirrored patterns in real U.S. cases, such as the Clear Lake murders where Christine Paulilla's resentment toward her friends escalated into violence amid personal struggles. Jordan's emotions weren't simple hate, they were a complex brew of love and loathing, amplified by late-night comparisons on social media, where Emily's posts glowed with success. That evening, Jordan texted Emily, "Need a vent session. Come over? Bring ice cream, major drama." Emily, ever the supportive friend, obliged, arriving at Jordan's modest apartment around 7 p.m. The sun dipped low, casting long shadows through the windows as they settled on the worn couch. Conversation flowed at first, Emily sharing excitement about her internship, Jordan nodding with a forced smile. But the air thickened when Jordan steered to grievances. "You always land on your feet. Must be nice." Emily, sensing tension, tried to reassure, "We're in this together, Jor. What's really going on?" That's when the facade cracked. Jordan's eyes welled with tears, but rage simmered beneath. "You've taken everything. Friends, opportunities, even Alex knew me first." Emily's confusion mounted. She laughed nervously, assuming it was a misunderstanding. In a blur, Jordan lunged for the kitchen drawer, grabbing a serrated knife they'd used for countless shared meals. The attack was visceral, not the calculated precision of fiction but a chaotic frenzy born of pent-up fury. Emily screamed, her hands raised in defense as the blade slashed across her arm, blood spraying the laminate floor. She fought back fiercely, nails gouging Jordan's cheek, but Jordan's adrenaline-fueled strength prevailed. Stabs came in rapid succession: chest, abdomen, throat, each thrust accompanied by Jordan's sobbed accusations, "You stole my life." Blood pooled, soaking the rug, the metallic scent overwhelming. Emily's final gasps echoed her bewilderment. "Why? Jordan collapsed beside her, watching life fade, a horrifying mix of horror and catharsis washing over. Psychologists would later describe this as emotional hijacking, where jealousy overrides reason, akin to the Skylar Niece case where teen friends' resentment led to a brutal stabbing. Jordan sat there for what felt like hours, emotions crashing like waves: regret, panic, defiance. She dragged Emily's body to the bathroom, attempting a cleanup with bleach, but the scene was messy. Staging it as a robbery, she pocketed Emily's phone and wallet, then fled in Emily's car, dumping it miles away. Back home, she texted from Emily's phone, "Heading out for a drive, need space." It was a desperate ploy to buy time. Jordan's mind raced, "No one will suspect me, we're best friends." But guilt gnawed, manifesting in sleepless nights and erratic behavior noticed by co-workers. The investigation ignited the next morning when Emily missed her shift. Her parents, alarmed, reported her missing to Willowbrook PD. Detective Sarah Klein, a 12-year veteran with a reputation for tenacity, took the lead. Klein, empathetic yet sharp, connected with Emily's family, vowing justice. Initial clues: Emily's abandoned car near a highway, no signs of struggle there. Red herring 1, Alex, the boyfriend, whose recent argument over wedding plans raised brows. Community speculation ran wild: lovers quarrel? Klein interviewed him, his grief seemed authentic, alibi solid via work cameras. Suspicion pivoted when forensics on the car revealed faint blood traces. Phone pings placed Emily at Jordan's apartment last. Jordan's interview: "She left after our talk, seemed fine." But Klein noted fresh scratches, bandaged hastily. Red herring 2, a shady ex of Jordan's, known for volatility, but he was out of state. The town buzzed, vigils at the community center, flyers plastered on lampposts. Emotions swirled, Emily's parents devastated, clinging to hope, Jordan's mother defensive, unable to fathom her daughter's role. Breakthrough arrived via surveillance. Apartment cameras showed Emily entering but not leaving. A warrant uncovered the crime scene, blood under UV light, despite cleanup. Jordan's journal sealed it, pages of rants detailing envy, fantasies of removing the obstacle. Twists ensued. Jordan attempted suicide in custody, claiming remorse, but it was a ploy for sympathy. Another, a forged note in Emily's handwriting implicating a stranger, backfired via graphology. Klein's team consulted forensic psychologists, who profiled Jordan's narcissistic betrayal syndrome, where perceived injustices justify violence. Community reactions were visceral, friends reeling from the duality, some empathizing with Jordan's struggles but condemning the act. "How could she?" echoed in therapy groups. Investigators felt the weight. Klein battled burnout, driven by Emily's memory. Jordan's breakdown in interrogation: "I didn't mean to, but she had it all." Motive crystallized. Jealousy, rooted in inequality, echoing Heidi Broussard's murder by her friend over a baby. The trial in 2020 gripped Illinois. Jordan pleaded insanity, but experts debunked it. Guilty of first-degree murder, sentenced to life. Resolution via tech, evidence, and persistence, but scars endured. Willowbrook installed safety apps, schools taught emotional intelligence. Emily's legacy, a foundation aiding mental health. Jordan's family fractured, community wary, betrayal's echo lingering. Yet, this tale delves deeper, exploring the psychological abyss. Drawing from cases like Christine Paulilla's Clear Lake rampage, where a teen's insecurities led to killing friends amid drug haze, our story highlights how U.S. suburbs hide such darkness. Paulilla, like Jordan, masked resentment until it erupted. Similarly, Skylar Niece's 2012 stabbing by pals Shalia Eddy and Rachel Schoaf stemmed from teen rivalries, a West Virginia horror that divided a town. Expanding, consider the build-up: Emily and Jordan's bond began in 2005, kindergarten giggles over crayons. Through adolescence, Emily's stability contrasted Jordan's chaos, her father's abandonment fueling insecurity. High school amplified divides, Emily prom queen, Jordan overlooked. College widened the gap, Emily thrived, Jordan dropped out, resentment brewing like storm clouds. Jordan's therapy notes, subpoenaed, revealed obsessive comparisons. A pivotal fight, Emily's engagement party, where Jordan felt sidelined. Emotions, Emily's oblivious joy, Jordan's seething pain. The act's vivid horror, knife glinting under kitchen lights, Emily's pleas, jaw, stop. Blood arcing, Jordan's dissociated stare. Klein's 48-hour shifts, canvassing neighbors hearing screams. Red herring depth, Alex's polygraph waiver, cleared by texts. Breakthrough forensics, DNA on knife handle, Jordan's. Twists, Jordan's false confession to a mystery intruder, debunked by timelines. Psychological evils, Jordan's borderline traits, but competent for trial. Emily's brother-turned-advocate, parents in grief counseling. Jordan's appeals fail, isolation in prison. Community, trust eroded, friendship scrutinized. Broader U.S. context, echoes Aaron Hernandez's betrayal of Odin Lloyd, or Megan Firamusca's theft of Heidi Broussard's life, jealousy as a silent killer. This unfathomable act shatters loyalty's illusion, urging vigilance in bonds. For more gripping tales, subscribe to Behind Closed Doors, uncovering truths one story at a time.